we're going to do is play a little game called Fill the Blank. So all you've got to do is I'm going to read out a sentence, you're going to write down the word to fill it in. We're going to trust your spelling. I'm going to help you out if you don't know. I probably won't be able to, but I'll try my best. So yeah, just write down the word to finish the sentence. The first one is playing for Manchester United is.
Just get rid of that bit.
It's fine, yeah, just turn it around.
I think I spelled it right.
Let's have a look.
Incredible.
Incredible, you have spelled that right, don't worry. Talk to me then about the last 10 years and how you kind of feel like you've developed and changed during that time.
No, first of all, it's, I put down incredible because it's one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. And it's obviously a real honour to be here for so long. It's kind of my home now because I've been here so long, and of course there's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm incredibly happy of the times I've had here, the good times, and for me I'm very ambitious, and I think there's still a lot more that I want to achieve here. So yeah, there's that in the back of my mind, but I think, like I said, the most important thing for me now is to look forward, focus on what's ahead, and what I still need to achieve while I'm here.
Do you feel like you've seen a lot of different versions of Manchester United during the time you've been here, obviously with different managers and different teammates as well?
Yeah, of course, because I think every manager is different. Every manager has their different tactics, different ways of doing things. So of course there's been a lot of differences over my time here, and of course players come and go as well. So I've been in a team with a lot of different players, so of course there's been a lot of differences, but yeah, like I said, I think for me now, I think we have a really good group here, good manager, so I think we all need to focus on what our ambitions are and what we want to achieve.
Well, that leads me nicely on to the next one then, and that is the aim for this season is? Yeah, just turn it around to us.
Win the FA Cup and Champions League qualify.
Qualifying for the Champions League. How's that changed during kind of the course of the season? Because obviously you're Manchester United, you must set around every year to win a trophy and be competing at the top of the table.
I think obviously at the start of the season that wouldn't be our ambitions. I think of course at the start of the season we want to win the Premier League, the Champions League, we want to win everything. But I think at this point right now we have to be a bit more realistic on the position where we're at. So I think for us now, the Champions League is of course, a club like this has to be in the Champions League. And like I said, we're in the FA Cup competition at the moment, and yeah, I think we have to be realistic and look at what we can achieve this season. I think these two should of course be our aim.
Do you feel like it's important throughout the season to have those specific aims so that you have that motivation amongst the group of things to work towards? Yeah,
100%. I think these are things that need to motivate you. I think of course we were close last season. We obviously won the Carabao Cup, but I think the FA Cup we of course lost in the final. So I think even more motivation to go the whole way this season, after losing the final and being so close to that.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of new players to help you do that. So my next one is Højlund will become. Turn it around for me then. Højlund will become.
One of the best.
One of the best. I love that. Because he had a bit of a difficult start, and when you're so young, because a lot of people I think forget how young he is, and you've got a lot of pressure, you just need a little bit of time, don't you, to ease in. But you must have seen from day dot just how good he could be. Yeah,
of course, but I think there of course is a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I think he's obviously young. At the moment there's not someone in front of him, so he has to come in and hit the ground running. And I think, of course, it's never easy when you come to a club like this. I think it's very different from others. So I think sometimes people who come from different clubs, maybe abroad, don't really realise that, and sometimes it takes time to adapt. But I think the good thing about him is, he wants to learn, he wants to adapt, he wants to, push himself, to the max every day. And yeah, like I said, he's always wanting to learn and see what he can do to improve. And I think he's starting to, reap the benefits of doing that, and you can slowly see he's starting now to not come out of his shell, but you see more confident, Rasmus, and you know, for us, that's only a good thing.
Yeah, and him and Garnacho, you've got a couple of young players coming through. They must help you and push you as the more experienced players. I'm not going to say older because none of you are.
Yeah, I was going to say, am I that old? No, of course. I think it's always good to see, you know, fresh young blood come through, and I think for Ghana coming through, you know, the academy. I think Kobe as well, who's been amazing, and you know, they love this club, and you can tell when they're on the pitch that they give everything for the shirt, and you know, that's what we need. We need players like that. So, you know, it's a joy to watch them, and you know, I'm very happy with how they're doing, and hopefully they can, you know, keep that momentum going.
Next one then. One word I would use to describe Erik ten Hag as a manager is? Nice word.
You see it?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it spelled right?
Yeah, it's spelled right. Turn it around. So Erik ten Hag, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us more about that and why you've chosen that word.
No, I think for me he's a really, really good manager. He's helped me a lot, you know, from the time he's been here. I think, of course, it's tough because we haven't had the season that we all expect. But for me, it's still the same. I think he's a great manager. He's helped me a lot, and I think he's very good for this club, and I believe that he can take us to, you know, another level. But like I said, it's just about consistency of us players when we're on the pitch delivering, you know, what he wants.
Yeah, and as the manager as well, he's obviously at the forefront, so when things aren't going so well, he takes that pressure and that responsibility. So is it for you guys as players your responsibility to take that off him and do as well as you can on the pitch to put him in a good light as well?
Yeah, of course. I think the manager's always going to receive the most pressure from bad results. But I think, of course, sometimes as players we have to look at ourselves, and ultimately he can only do so much as in game plan and, you know, getting us ready and motivated for the game. But I think when you're on the pitch, it's down to us. We're the ones on the pitch. We're, you know, the ones that have to deliver a good performance and win. So, you know, I think, that's I think obviously life of football really. I think the manager is always going to be the one with the most pressure of, you know, bad results. But I think as a team we all have to accept responsibility, and because, you know, we're all together as one.
Yeah, you've spoken about playing for Manchester United then. Let's talk a bit about England, and the question you've got is the player I most look forward to seeing on international duty is? Straight away, there was no hesitation with that one. Turn it round.
Yeah.
Why is it Saka?
I think, to be honest, I think if you ask everyone that question from England, I think everyone would say the same thing. I think he's just the best guy ever, and, you know, I love him, so I had to pick him.
What makes him so great?
No, I don't know. It's just so hard to explain, but I think you just can't not like him. Like, he's one of them that just, you know, he makes everyone smile, he makes everyone happy, he's funny, and I think he's just everything about him. I think, you know, he's brilliant. I think his parents have obviously done a very good job of raising someone like that, because I think honestly he's one of the best people in football, I think. So
when you go there, all the rivalries in the league are put behind you and you're all one team in that England camp? Yeah,
but I think that has to be the case. I think, you know, of course, when we play against each other for clubs, it's different, but when we're there, when we're in camp, I think we all want the same thing there, and that's to win games and, you know, win the big competitions that are coming our way. And, you know, I think that's why maybe one of the reasons why we're doing so well is because when we're there, we're a whole group and we're all together, and, you know, we all get along really well. Yeah, okay. Well, Saka's a guy with pretty good fashion sense. So my next one is, I would trust X to choose my outfits for a week. It can be someone in the Man United team or the England squad as well, if you want. Oh, that's a good question, that. Mason Mount. You're letting Mason Mount pick your outfits for a week. Why Mason? No, because I like his style. I think we dress quite similar, so I think I'll just go safe and easy and pick Mason, okay. That's a big responsibility from him. Another big responsibility, I would trust this player to take a penalty to save my life. Oh, God. Don't worry, it's not actually going to happen. Yeah, you never know. All of a sudden, you look stressed. Can I put like a couple or what? Or do whatever you want. If you want to spell the couple, you go for it. I actually have like 4. Okay, you can just say them then. Really, you can say them to me. We don't have to write them down, just say them. Bruno, Rashi, Ronaldo and Harry Kane.
Okay, you've got to pick a top spot though. You've got to pick a top spot out of those four because they're four pretty solid players to take a penalty.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo.
Ronaldo?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he, would you say, one of the best players that you've ever played with?
Yeah, 100%. I think his records speak for itself, really. I think, you know, what he's done over football in, you know, the last 15 years is incredible. One of the best players to ever play football, I think. And for me, it was a real honour to be able to experience, you know, at first hand, to play with him, to see how he lives his life, to see, you know, what he does to stay at that top level. And I think, yeah, it was an unbelievable feeling to see him day in, day out and see, you know, what he does to really reach that top level. And, you know, for me, it was so clear to see, you know, why he reached that top level for so many years, because he was so professional and, you know, every day he did everything 100%. And, you know, it was incredible to see, you know, that in first person. Really, it was special.
Okay, last one then. If I wasn't a footballer, I'd be a.
Oh my God.
Did you just know from very early on this is what you're always going to do? You knew you were good enough to make it.
Not really early, but I think around like 14, 15, yeah.
Any other sports?
No, not sport. It's
definitely not
sport.
I
don't know if it's. Yeah, I do know actually. I think it's like that. CIA.
CIA. What?
Or MI6 or something like that.
I love that.
Nah, but I love like watching.
You wouldn't be able to say it on an interview. I'll tell you that. You have to keep that top secret.
But like I love like watching like series and documentaries about like things like that. So I think I'm really obsessed. I'm really obsessed with like things like that, and you know, I think I'd want to be that.
Do you think you got what it takes to do that?
I don't know. You don't know, do you? I think so, though, yeah.
You made it in football, though,
so
you don't have to worry about any of that.
It's too late.
Well, good luck for the weekend. Good luck for the rest of the season, and thanks so much for chatting to us today.
Thank you very much.